Now for the final question that I'm sure everyone will want to know, how much money can you expect to make from this? Like, what's the profit going to be? Hey, Chris here, welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be me answering sort of frequently asked questions to do with the auto betting software that I've been talking quite a bit about recently. By the end of the video, you should have a really good idea with how to get started with this, or if you're already started with it, maybe it'll help you out, sort of polish off your settings and allow you to make better profits from it. If there's anything that I may have missed out, of course, do comment below and I will try and answer any questions that you may have to the best of my ability. But having said that, the questions that I've been asked the most to do with this are as follows. So we'll be answering then, what are the best settings for this software? How much bankroll should you start with? Should you use gobbed accounts? What bookies are the best for this? Another question I've been getting a lot is, can this be run on a phone or even on a Mac or a tablet like an iPad? Then as well at the end, we'll actually show how much money can I expect to make using this is probably one of the most popular questions that I've been asked. So first and foremost then, what are the best settings? Well, the best settings that I would personally recommend are when you're in the software, you would have the minimum sort of rating that you want to find as 100%. So there's been a bit of confusion, like should you go down to 97% to get on more bets? And I found personally that 100% as the very minimum should be what you set up. Then with regards to settings for the minimum and maximum odds, I think that the software's recommended minimum and maximum of minimum 7 and then a maximum of 150 is really, really good. There's another couple of settings that you may want to set up in your software. So I'll put that on the screen now, and if you want to pause the video to just make sure you've got them all correct, then please do so. The next question then we're going to answer is, how much bankroll should you start with for this? Well, I would recommend, at least sort of £100, maybe £200 at least, because what you need to remember is you only want to have 1% of your bankroll on each bet. So if you start with £100, you can only really do 50 pence each way, which is of course £1 total. So that £1 total there is obviously 1% of your 100 quid bankroll. If you have £200, then you could do £1 each way, because then that's £2 total. So still 1% of your bankroll. And then you can, have £300 and do £1.50 each way, and so on and so forth. To quickly touch on what kind of stakes you should be putting on each bet, I believe that £3 each way should be the very most that you ever end up putting on. So a £600 bankroll would mean that you could comfortably do £3 each way, which would be that £6 total on each bet. The next question we're going to answer is, should you use gobbed accounts? Well, actually, I would only recommend this strategy and this software for gobbed accounts. Like, a lot of people have been saying, oh, this is just going to get your accounts gobbed and then you won't be able to, get free bets and do, say, the two-up offer and so on and so forth. But actually, that doesn't matter because you only want to use gobbed accounts for this. After that then, the next question we're going to talk about is what bookmakers are best for this. So I wanted to mention just the top bookmakers that I found work for this software. So for me personally, it's been Skybet, William Hill, Paddypower, Coral, 10bet, and I'm trying to think of any others. So no, it was just those there. So I'll leave all of those names up on the screen now, and if I think of any more, then I'll put the name on the screen as well. That's not to say that you shouldn't try any others, they're just what have worked best for me. The next question that I've had quite a bit is, can this software be run on your phone, or can it be run on an iMac or an iPad or anything? And does your computer have to be on to run this software? So you do need a PC. It can't be run on a Mac or an iPad or anything. It has to be a PC, and the PC does need to be turned on. So ideally, you would want to just run the program from about 8 o'clock in the morning to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's it. That's the best results that I've been able to get have been running it at those times. Now for the final question that I'm sure everyone will want to know, how much money can you expect to make from this? What's the profit going to be? Well, all I can really go from is what past users of this software have mentioned that they've made. And the best example of this, and this is just one example, obviously everyone's results are going to vary, so please don't shoot the messenger. But I did have a comment from someone saying that they used this software for 6 months and they made £2,500 profit in that 6 months. And they started off with £1 each way bets, then went to £2 each way, and then went to £3 each way. Now, after that 6 months, all of their accounts were then closed down, not just state restricted, but completely closed down, and they were able to withdraw their profits, when they got closed down. So I hope that answers that question there. Of course, that is just one result, so all the results could vary. Some people could make even more than that, and some people, of course, could make less. My personal target with this is to make between sort of £200 to £400 a month until all the accounts that I'm using get completely closed down. And then potentially I may move on to some multiple accounts that I have that have been gubbed ages ago and make the money out of those as well. And that's a really good option for people if you wanted to get all your current accounts that closed down that you've been using that are gubbed accounts, and then maybe you have a partner's set of accounts. You can use those and make that extra profit from them as well. If you found this video useful, please do press the like button below. And if there's any other questions, as I say, that you may be thinking of now, do comment them below. And actually the comment section may be a good place to check out for maybe some questions that you've not even thought of, because I'm hoping lots of people ask questions there, and then we can get chatting about the best ways to do things, or if anyone's had any issues with anything, we can resolve it all in those comments there. As usual though, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.